Well, we are down to the final 5 days for the General Assembly to pass a budget. We've talked a lot about taxpayer money for the Bears Stadium. We've talked a lot about the Bears Stadium, period. And that's, of course, all still undecided. But there's some other really important priorities on the to-do list as well.
We've touched on it here and there. It's crunch time to finalize the governor's $56 billion budget. Political reporter Mary Ann Ahern is here to join us where it all stands. You know, there's a lot you have to get through here, Mary Ann. Very busy.
It is. Lawmakers, they have been debating for months, but now it is down to that crunch season. Deadline time is just a couple of days away. Lots of time to debate, but this is where we stand. There are several issues we are still looking at. It means cell phone bills. What about cell phone ban in schools? Then, of course, we have AI regulations. And what about data centers? The governor would like to see restrictions on those data centers. We've been waiting to hear about that. Let's hear from the governor.
I propose taking away all the incentives associated with data centers, because at this point, what we need to make sure happens is that anybody that wants to build a data center has to bring their own power, pay for it entirely. It can't affect the electric prices for residents. And then, of course, water. You know, we are one of the best states in the entire country for fresh water.
The Assembly has a Democratic majority, but Republican votes are likely to be needed to see a Bears Stadium bill pushed through. Chicago lawmakers are still hesitant to give the Bears tax breaks for a move out of the city. Today, we spoke with Cam Buckner. He's leading the Bears effort in the House on why the mega projects bill is important for the state. And Republican Minority Leader Tony McCumbee says it is the governor who has the burden on whether the Bears deal will pass.
We know how the stadium saga goes, right? And people who are attached to a bygone era want this week in Springfield to be a lot like, you know, that old clip of the Oprah show. You get a stadium, you get a stadium, you get a stadium. We're not doing that. What we're doing is creating a mechanism and a framework so that we can create some development around this state in a streamlined way.
Governor Pritzker could decide he's not running for president if he loses the Bears. So for him, I'm going to guess it's a pretty big price tag.
And why do you say that?
Well, you can't lose the home team.
Also today, Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas, she released a new study that the mega projects bill would reduce the Bears' property tax bill by nearly $40 million a year. That's if they pay about $14 million in property taxes. Here's how that compares to other stadiums. SoFi, they pay $14 million. That's in Los Angeles. Chase State Center in San Francisco, $18 million. And the Garden in Boston, only $3 million. The governor's office points out that $35 million we're talking about, that's a tool, this pilot in lieu of paying for taxes, and 35 other states have it, and that is why he is pushing so hard for it to go through.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about, you know, will they get a deal done? But the second part, equally important, is it good for taxpayers? So hopefully they're able to come to some kind of agreement here.
And with 5 days left, that is the final debate of what they're trying to figure out.
All right. Thanks, Mary Ann.
And we've been watching it for so long.
Yes.
It's hard to imagine seeing a finish line here, but hopefully we will. Thanks, Mary Ann.
Of course.